Another day, another video. Voice from the bleachers. We back again.
We did the East in the last video. Now we're gonna do the West.
This is part 2. All right. I hope you watched the first part. Part 2 is getting hot and heavy because the West is a good conference.
The East is not. You have to say.
Oh no.
Right, Leo. Take me to the first team.
All right. First team in the West is low key, kind of good team. The Dallas Mavericks.
Everything is bigger and better in Texas, and this line is big, but it's not good.
Oh, okay.
35.5 wins for the Dallas Mavericks. I went under.
All right. Tell me why. Why'd you go under?
So this team isn't very good. It's well coached.
Well
Dirk's
coached,
getting
for sure.
old. Noel doesn't even know his position in the
Yeah.
team. Harrison Barnes, you kind of relying on him. Can he guide you to 36 wins? I don't think so.
If your team's in a situation where you have to rely on Harrison Barnes to lead your team, come on, man.
The Warriors couldn't handle having him as their fourth.
That's their fourth option.
option.
Oof, that's a tough one.
All right.
In my opinion, they're going under, but I rate them higher than you rate them. I like Dennis Smith. They got
They got Dennis Smith.
Yeah, he's young, athletic. I hope he'll do well in this league.
I hope so too.
Wesley Matthews, decent player. Lockdown
Wes
defender.
Matthews is a great guy.
Shoots some
Had
threes.
injury history.
Injury history,
And
but
he
he's
rebounded. Good
still
for him.
coming back from his
Yeah,
Achilles.
good for him. Good for him.
Harrison Barnes, all right player. He'll get you 15 to 20 a night, easy. Dirk is getting old, but he can still turn over both shoulders, hit you with the post fadeaway. Dirk, he's like wine, gets better with age. And Nerlens Noel, they didn't really sign him to a contract, so he doesn't know what he's doing in Dallas. It shows that the coach and the organization don't really rate him as highly as they did when they traded for him. So I'm gonna go with the under.
All right. So from the southern region of Texas to the Rocky Mountains of Denver.
Oh, we know all about Rocky Mountains. Here.
Yeah, we do. The Denver Nuggets.
Exciting.
So,
Denver Nuggets.
so the line.
Denver Nuggets. All right.
So Paul Millsap. I know why you went there. 45.5 wins for the Denver Nuggets. Keep in mind that a full year of Jokic playing the way he ended last season, which was unbelievable, by the way.
Great.
Underrated player. They added Paul Millsap. Another year of
another underrated player.
Great player. Another year of Jamal Murray.
Yeah, he's a great shooter.
They lost Gallinari.
They did lose Gallinari.
And Emmanuel Mudiay.
Ooh, is he gonna take the step up? Don't think so. In my opinion, I'm taking the over. I think they're gonna be a playoff team. I like Paul Millsap. He does a bit of everything. He's a great player. Brings in some veteran leadership into that team to a young core. They're coached pretty well. Jokic, great center in this league. Look out for him. He can pass. Him and Millsap, two bigs that can pass. That's gonna be scary to see. Jamal Murray shooting those threes. Hopefully he can get better, work on from what he did last year and keep building and getting better.
Here's another thing I think you kind of missed. The Nuggets have a great home court advantage.
Okay.
With the altitude, with the recreational activities that the road team can partake in when they come. I think they're going to get a lot of wins out of that, more so than your average team gets at home. I think that pushes them a little bit up. I got the over too.
Yeah. Just one more thing to touch on. Denver also have a lot of role players that contribute to that team, like Will Barton, Gary Harris, Wilson Chandler. So we'll see what they'll do.
All right, so following.
Going from the Rocky Mountains over to
the Bay Area.
Oh, the warm Bay Area.
The Empire, the Death Star,
I don't even know what you're saying anymore.
And the Golden State Warriors.
We're going to the Warriors already? Alrighty.
According to the alphabetical order.
So the Warriors, the champions of the NBA, are sitting at a total win share
67.5.
Ooh, high line in my opinion. Jose, what do you think?
I got the over. This is the best team of all time. The 2017-2018 Warriors are the best team of all time. Or they will be. They will win 69-70 games. They will win the championship. They might not even lose a game in the playoffs. That's neither here nor there. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, they're used to each other now.
Yeah.
They got
Another
great
year
bench.
of what they had going on last year.
Steve Kerr. I might have lost the worst. I don't know what to say. They're going to go over.
Yeah. I'm going to say they're going under, and here's why. Yes, another year of this core playing together. They are going to improve. They did add Nick Young, who can get you buckets off the bench. They got Jordan Bell from the draft, a young player who fits their system of small ball, who can defend.
Good player.
A great defensive player. But their conference got a lot better, especially at the top half. So I think they're going to be dropping more games to teams like the Thunder, the Rockets, the Spurs, and the Timberwolves. I think those games are going to become more competitive. Yes, the scheduling is a little different, so no more 3 games in 4 nights.
Right.
So that could help them. No more scheduling losses. But I still think that team is going to be more on cruise control and not worry about the win total they're getting the regular season like they did 2 seasons ago to break the record. So I'm going on.
You know, the Warriors know what's going on around the league. Their players hear things. They know all the hype that's being put on the rest of the conference as a way to see, who can surpass them. I don't see any way that they come into games against Houston, against San Antonio, against Oklahoma City, Minnesota, whoever it may be, Portland, whoever it may be, and they don't say, we need to beat this team down tonight.
And
There's no way.
It is because of the Warriors that everyone has been improving in the West.
They will go on cruise control when they're playing Sacramento, Memphis.
So you think in these
Chicago,
in these big games they'll be making statements to show everyone around
100%. There's no way that they're gonna avoid or that they don't want to sweep Oklahoma City in the regular season.
Okay.
There's no way they don't want to go into San Antonio and beat them up.
Yeah.
There's no way, especially with Kawhi back, silence the doubters from the postseason the year before. There's no way they don't want to pound Houston.
Honestly, all in all, great team.
Another really interesting team, the Houston Rockets, 55.5
Very
points.
interesting team. Added Chris Paul.
There's only one ball.
There is one ball. But I think Chris Paul is a great player. Improvement from Patrick Beverley.
Wow.
He can defend.
You can say that again.
Chris Paul hasn't gone to the Western Conference Finals ever, so hopefully he'll do that this season. James Harden, great player. He'll take the load off of him, so they'll contribute the ball, and they'll have one superstar ball handler on the floor at all times, which is great for Mike D'Antoni's fast-paced offense.
I think they've solved their big issue from the past, which was Harden gets too much attention and he gets tired from the ball the whole time. So deep into the season, deep into the playoffs, doesn't really work.
Yeah.
With an elite player like Chris Paul, all your problems go away.
Yeah.
The big problem to me is those two guys willing to share.
Yeah.
Are they going to be winning? Two guys that are used to being such alphas on the court. Chris Paul is also a big alpha off the court.
Yeah. Just touching on the alphas, I think Chris Paul is more of an alpha than James Harden.
Oh, 100%. I agree with you.
A lot of what ifs with the season.
Well, what ifs? But this team was still really good last season, and they're adding Chris Paul. He wants to win. He wants to go deep into the postseason, and he knows he might have to relinquish a little bit if he wants to be on the same level maybe as his banana boat buddies like Wade, Carmelo, and LeBron.
Yeah. So if we haven't already said it, I'm taking the over and you are
55.5. I'm not taking the under.
The under.
Simply because the conference is a lot better, especially the teams around them. It's tough though. This is one of the ones I would stay away from if I actually have to bet. I'm gonna say the under though.
I'm gonna take the over because I think they're gonna really beat down on the smaller teams in this conference, and in the East they're gonna beat down those teams. I think this is the second best team in the West.
Leo, take me to this next city. This city has 2 teams. Take me.
Ooh, 2 teams. One with a lot of history and one who hasn't done anything. Let's start with the Lakers.
So the one with
the history.
A lot of history, all right. Added the young player, Alonzo Ball.
The young player, all right. Already throwing a little shade at Markelle Fultz.
Yeah, maybe not. I'm not saying he's the best, but he's the most famous, most recognizable young player.
Yeah. Hey, let's not forget about LeVar Ball, really recognizable in that family. No, but they have a win total of
33.5.
33.5. They are a good young team, but I don't think they're good enough to go over that, so I'm going to take the under.
You know, this line is a little high. If it was like 31.5, I would take the over. I'm really stumped with this line. It was pretty much a coin flip because 33.5 is insane. They can win 35, but they could win 29. Yeah. But now that I think about it, you've got another year of Luke Walton coaching you. He looks like he could be one of the best coaches in the league one day.
Yeah.
Brandon Ingram spent last season, when most kids his age are playing in college, playing in the NBA. You add Lonzo Ball. Yeah, you got something cooking. I think you hand them the reins.
You got Brook Lopez. Don't forget about
Brook
that.
Lopez is a pretty good player. You still got Randall.
League,
You still got Clarkson, and that LA crowd is gonna be real good this year.
I don't know if you care too much about this guy. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
KCP.
Kyle
Kuzma off the bench. Larry Nance.
You know what? You're getting me interested. I'm
actually gonna take the over. I think 35 wins is possible. It's Leo. So to the other team in LA.
Yeah. A team that shares a stadium together, the Staples Center, the Clippers.
So the Clippers lost Chris Paul.
Oof, that was a tough one. They re-signed Blake Griffin.
They did.
They got Patrick Beverley.
There's some injury concerns.
Hey, don't forget about Gallinari.
El Gallo.
Lou Williams. Sounds like a lot of points. I'm saying a lot of points. A lot of points being.
That's just gonna be a fun team. It's gonna be a fun team. Is Doc gonna be engaged?
Hey, he did lose his GM spot.
So he can focus on the coaching.
On just coaching, he'll focus on coaching and on golfing. So
the line is 43.5.
Mm-hmm. I think they're a playoff.
It's really tough to me. I mean, they got worse, but how much worse could they have gone?
Yeah.
So at 43.5, I'm gonna take the under.
Really?
I think there'll be a 500 team, 41-41.
You mean, yeah, okay, 41. I like Blake Griffin.
I love Blake Griffin.
I hope they give him more of a ball handler role, more of a playmaker. Because I like when Chris Paul was out, he would handle the ball. He'd make plays for his teammates. I like Patrick Beverly. He's a decent player. Lou Williams will get you points. That's a given. Gallinari also will give you points. They finally got
DeAndre Jordan's defense.
DeAndre Jordan. They finally got a 3 that they've been looking for, but they lost Chris Paul, so it doesn't really work.
Yeah. I think overall it's gonna be a sad atmosphere at their games.
You think so?
Yeah, Griffin will not stay healthy the whole season. And in those patches when he's not healthy, when the fans aren't coming out,
I don't know how you can have a sad atmosphere with their owner there at every game, yelling and screaming for everything.
Well, he'll be the only one. They're not going to win many games when Blake's not playing.
Yeah.
And there's going to be periods of the season where he won't play.
Yeah. And I think it was a smart move for them to keep Blake because they had to save some sort of have some sort of entertainment as the Clippers give the fans.
And it's a smart move for himself considering his injury history.
Yeah, and he got a lot of money.
He got a lot of money.
Don't forget they got a Serbian guy from Europe.
Teodosic,
let's not forget.
Who's one of the greatest passers that I've ever seen. I hope he's great.
Yeah.
You know?
If after this video you want to go watch a highlight video of him and his passes he makes on YouTube, excellent.
Just shout us out though in the comments.
Sounds
All right, so I'd love to see them be good, but I don't think they can have the team to be good for the whole season.
I can see both sides, them being a playoff team or them really not.
All right. Memphis, Tennessee, the over/under 37.5 wins.
Ooh.
The grit and grind.
The grit and
Memphis
grind.
Grizzlies.
Honestly, the Grizzlies seems like they've been here forever. They're always fringe playoff team. They're always competing. They're always on this treadmill. They have to stay relevant because they are a small market. No one really cares too much about Memphis.
There's nothing too cool about
Shout out Chris Vernon though at the Ringer. We know you like Memphis.
Shout us out too, please.
But they do have Marcus Gasol, but he is getting a little older. Big Daddy Spain.
Big Daddy Spain.
We'll see if he's still
got Michael Conley.
Mike Conley's still there, but they lost the big man Zebo. No one banging down in the low post
and you know what? They lost one of my favorite players in the whole league. A guy who I mirror my game around when I play.
When you play on the streets.
In the blacktop. Tony Allen. You're going to miss Tony Allen. Chandler Parsons, though.
Oh, don't forget Chandler Parsons. Yes, he gets a lot of slack for not playing, getting paid a lot of money. But when he is on the court, very good player.
Decent. Yeah, he's a pretty good player.
Yeah. But they lost Vince Carter, who was pretty much their sixth man.
So their line is 37.5. I went with the under.
Yeah.
I think it is going to be way too hard for them to win games in the 40s.
Yeah.
So I think the under. I think they're going to get run out of the court away from home.
I think I'm actually going to take the over on this one. If Parsons can stay healthy, I think that team can win 40 games.
40? Okay, that's fine.
And I do like their coach. Moving from Memphis, we're going over to a team who lost a superstar player this offseason, the Utah Jazz.
The Utah Jazz's line coming into the season is a flat 41.
Ooh, a flat 41.
They lost Gordon Hayward.
They did.
Which I guess to Vegas means 10 wins. Because they won 51 games since before.
Is Gordon Hayward worth 10 wins? That's
is he? I don't know.
And they lost George Hill, let's not forget
But the rest of the conference
has gone
plus Gordon Hayward.
That's true.
Might be 10 wins or more, according to what you have.
Yeah.
See, in 41 wins, I have Utah going under.
Really?
Because I don't think they'll be 500. I think maybe 38 wins, 39. I just think it'll be way too hard without Hayward to really have a go-to scorer. I mean, they're relying on guys like Rodney Hood and Trey Burke.
But Ricky Rubio is a good playmaking point guard,
yeah.
And he'll get people involved, and he'll get them open shots and easy buckets. So maybe that could supplement for Gordon Hayward.
So you're trying to tell me you're taking the over?
I'm going to be taking the over. And let's not forget, I don't know if you like this guy or not, but Donovan Mitchell, late lottery pick, has NBA execs around the league going crazy. He's a sleeper, dark horse, rookie of the year candidate.
He's still a rookie though, so how much impact can he have?
If he can play anything like people think he can play like, the potential they see in him, they'll be fine. I'm taking the over. I think Rudy Gobert was the best player on that team.
Oh no, for sure. He's a tremendous player. Player.
They have Ricky Rubio getting people shots. He'll play more games than George Hill because George Hill is injury. He has a history of getting injured a lot and missing a lot of games. So if Ricky Rubio can stay on the court, they'll be fine.
Well, the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Ooh.
Last season, we had a lot of people saying that they might even win 50 games.
Yeah.
That didn't quite happen. But Karl Anthony Towns.
Great offseason for them.
Jimmy Butler. Another year of Thibodeau.
Yeah.
Wiggins.
Jeff Teague.
They
got Taj Gibson.
Tell me, the line right now, 48.5.
Ooh.
Where do you have it?
I'm taking the over. This is a 50-win team. All right, they got Jimmy Butler, great player. They didn't give too much for him. Chris Dunn, Zach LaVine, forget about it. They got Jimmy Butler. Andrew Wiggins, hopefully he can improve defensively because he's a great scorer.
I think he's got potential to be a great defender.
Yeah, he does, but he hasn't really utilized it.
But he needs to be a willing defender.
Yeah, he's one of the worst defensive players from last
year. Is he willing to be the third option now, not the second, defend? We'll see. But Thibodeau's a great coach. He can make it work. The reason why I have the under is pretty simple. There's no way a team with 2 top 20 players and a guy that might be top 10 by the end of the season in Towns is not going to win 50 games.
Yeah,
I can't see it. Towns might be the best center in the league by the time it's all said and done next season.
Yeah. No, I love Karl Anthony Towns. He's a great player. Tremendous. He's got skills. Jimmy Butler will lead this team. Andrew Wiggins, I like Andrew Wiggins as a third option on this team for sure.
It is. It's a good third option to have.
I kind of wish they kept Ricky Rubio because Jeff Teague does need to get up shots. He's not a pass first point guard.
Yeah.
So I didn't really like that move.
I get that move.
But they did bring in Taj Gibson for some reinforcement because Karl Anthony Towns still has to improve on his rim defending. So Taj Gibson, get it in there, getting gritty, and I think this team is gonna go over for sure.
50 wins.
All right, moving from the Wolves to New Orleans, Mardi Gras, baby.
The Twin Towers.
Oof.
DeMarcus Cousins, Anthony Davis. On paper, yeah, this team should win like 50 games. With those two guys, that good?
Wait, how are you gonna forget about my boy Drew Holiday?
Rajon Rondo. See, so for the last team, I said that one of my rules: if you have 2 top 20 players, you win 50 games.
Yeah. Your rule
might not broken. The next year broke it because it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's not a big driven league anymore.
I mean, I think that those two guys should make it work though. Should kind of go the zag when the rest of the zigs. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't think they can win. The New Orleans Pelicans 39.5.
Yeah, the under with this team. I don't really like the team that much. They do have 2 great players. Maybe with a full off season and a full training camp with the 2 guys, they can figure out the system. But I'm gonna take the under for this one.
See, I would be very optimistic like you are if they were to stay together. Yeah. I'm taking the under because I feel like one of them won't be in New Orleans. Oh, you know what?
Great point.
At least one of them won't be in New Orleans by the trade deadline.
Yeah, for sure.
Most likely Cousins. I'm excited to see it work though. I want it to succeed.
Yeah.
I really want it to succeed. I just don't think the Pelicans will have the patience. Yeah. And they're gonna like some of the trade packages they're gonna get for either guy.
And I don't really like their coach too much. He hasn't shown too much Alvin Gentry.
But hey, Davis and Cousins are 2 of the most valuable players in the league.
And if Davis can stay on the court too, that's also an issue.
That has to be said. It's tough because if he's on the court, they should win like 45 games. Just with him.
Yeah, but it is a tougher conference.
So
maybe last year, but not this year.
Right, so Leo, the next team, I think we made a video on it already. I don't know if you guys saw it. What did we make a video on last time?
Oh, Oklahoma City Thunder, baby.
So the Thunder, the most exciting team right now, the hottest team in the league right now. We haven't played a game. They're the hottest team in the league. 50.5 wins.
Ooh.
They added Paul George.
Yeah.
They added Carmelo Anthony.
They added Carmelo Anthony. Don't forget about Hoodie
Melo. They have the league MVP. And Russell Westbrook, Steven Adams. The small market complex, the great fans, great GM. What's going on?
Great GM. I think this line is set too low. The team is going over for sure. They added Melo. They added Paul George. Westbrook coming off his MVP season. Steven Adams. Hopefully he can be rejuvenated. They got Andre Roberson. Patrick Patterson coming off the bench. I really like this team. Sam Presti deserves a reward for what he's done this offseason. I was going to say Hinkie. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Here's I think what's interesting with this team. Offensively, they'll be pretty good. They have to share the ball a little bit, but they'll be pretty good. Defensively, I think they got great potential.
I think they're elite.
A lineup with Westbrook, Roberson, George, Carmelo, and Adams. The weakest link there is Carmelo.
Yeah.
but the other 4 can be really great defenders, especially.
A weak link, but not that weak.
But not that weak. If he's your weakest link,
Yeah.
I mean, you're not that bad. So if they really clamp down defensively when they have to, this can be a great team.
I think they match up really well against the Warriors. As you said in your past video, I kind of thought about it. If they play small ball and they have Adams out there, and he can.
And you know what? Though Carmelo's also a great rebounder, and so is George. Like,
yeah.
They'll follow the formula from 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Pretty much beat them. It's so exciting. I want to talk about them more.
Yeah.
But all my thoughts are in the last video.
Yeah.
So go check it out.
So go check that one out for sure.
All right, so we're gonna move on teams. A bit sad. I mean, we're gonna go to Phoenix.
Ooh.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Seems like the same team from last year, to be honest.
It is.
They drafted Josh Jackson, who's a great player, but is he gonna improve them
Great
that
player.
much?
I don't know. I mean, it's exciting though. You know, they have a lot of great young players like Booker. I personally want to see what Bender and Chris do this season.
Okay.
And Bledsoe's pretty good.
He's a good player. He's aging a little though. He's going on to 27 this season, so.
Yeah, this is a team.
I don't really like their coach either, by the way.
Yeah, this team doesn't excite me too much.
No, it doesn't. I'm gonna be taking the under at 29 wins. I think they might be the worst team in the West. A lot of young talent, a lot of young pieces, but they don't really have anything to gel it all together. So.
It'll be a lot of the same from last season.
Yeah.
My turn to score, your turn to score between Bledsoe and Jackson will provide a bit of a spark on both ends of the floor. Nothing too crazy. He's unrefined in the pro game.
Mm-hmm.
He will be unrefined for this season.
Yeah.
So will Chris. So will Bender. And not much to see here.
Yeah.
I took the under 29 wins. Right, so now a team that was hot on social media in the offseason, recruiting guys like Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah.
I think they even told LeBron James at one point.
I don't think that would happen.
No, I think that did happen. The Dash Brothers.
The Dash Brothers. I love the Dash Brothers. Hey, some people call us the Dash Brothers.
I thought, our beer pong name was the Dash, but that was way back.
That
then.
was way back
then. CJ McCollum, Dame Lillard, the Dash Brothers, the Portland Trail Blazers. Their line is set at 42.5.
Yeah.
It's an interesting line because they've got Nurkic for a full year.
Mm-hmm. And they did really improve when Nurkic.
Yeah. What do you think about the Blazers?
I think the Blazers are a great team. I'm gonna take the under though for them. They have 2 great players in CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard. Nurkic is a great big for them. He can rebound, he defends, he gets easy buckets. Those 2 guys can wreak mayhem on the offensive end. Defensively, they're a bit of a liability, and I don't know. But don't forget Caleb Swanigan also on the team. I kind of like.
I love Caleb Swanigan. Great story.
Yeah, great story.
I really like Nurkic. I think he was freed in Portland.
Yeah.
He now has space. Because the guard play in Portland is an infinite amount of times better than what guard play in Denver. His rebounding, his defense, his passing, it's great. I mean, I think they're going to be pretty good. I got the over.
Yeah, you have to make the playoffs.
You know, because they make the playoffs last season.
Yeah.
They're great with Nurkic. He doesn't play against Golden State, or he plays sporadically. And they take it to them without him.
Yeah.
Imagine with him.
For sure.
I think they're going to win at least 43 games.
All right.
Plus Lillard and McCollum are 2 legit players in the league.
For sure, they've solidified that. 2 young team, looking exciting. You don't say that much. The Sacramento Kings.
You don't say that too often about the Kings, do you?
Not at all.
No. Who'd they add again?
They added De'Aaron Fox from Kentucky.
Okay. Yeah.
That's an exciting one.
Yeah.
They got some old guys on the team. Zebo came over. Vince Carter. They also added the guy from UNC, Justin Jackson.
They added some guys. If they had these guys in college last season,
yeah,
you would have won the national championship.
Yeah. And they've Scala Bissiere from last season who started picking it up.
And one of my favorite players in the league, Willie Cauley-Stein.
You really one of your favorite?
I love Willie Cauley. Huh. If we had the show in 2015, I would have raved about Willie Cauley-Stein. I also would have raved about Justice Winslow.
Yeah.
So take my opinion with a grain of salt. But yeah.
They have a lot of young things they can build around, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't mind the Kings. So, but it's not for them this season, so I'm gonna be taking the under.
And you forgot my dude, Buddy Hield.
Oh, Buddy,
nuts on the table.
Another year, Buddy. For sure.
Buddy, yeah, so their line is set at 27.5. It's a tough line. I took the over, simply because I think they could win 28, 29 games. Yeah, I like what they got going with Stein, with Hield. They added a lot. They added veteran, but they added youth, athleticism, and intelligence. This team hasn't had a good winning culture in forever, but actually they're headed the right way.
They're heading in the right direction.
The signings they made are both sets them up for the future, sets them up to set up a winning culture now. I think they'll be fine.
Oh, sleeper, which you forgot about, I forgot about, just pops into my head. Harry Giles.
Oh, I love Harry Giles.
I won't lie, my friend over here loves Harry Giles. two ACL tears, but let's hope not this season, but next season they picked up at the end of the draft a great superstar player.
It's worth the risk.
It's worth the risk.
It's actually worth the risk to do that.
I love that move.
And I mean, because if it works,
it works.
Unreal. If it doesn't, whatever.
Yeah.
So we spoke about winning cultures.
Yeah.
So to wrap it up, there's nothing better than talk about the team with the winning culture, the San Antonio Spurs.
Ooh.
It has been now since they drafted Tim Duncan 20 years of just winning.
20 years.
5 championships.
Yeah.
The playoffs every season. 50 wins in every season except the lockout season, which they won a championship. I mean, I don't know what to say anymore about these guys. They found Kawhi Leonard. Mm-hmm. He's a superstar now.
It's honestly the Spurs, same thing every year. You know they're going to win games. Greg Pop, Kawhi, if he takes another leap from what he did last year, because he's a superstar.
No, I would even go even further. He's one of the elite players in the league.
For sure. He's in the top 5 players for sure in this league.
Yes.
Brought back Paul Gasol. They got those old guys to really solidify this team. They'll for sure go over, in my opinion, because it's the same thing the Spurs always win.
I got them going over as well. The line's 54.5. They won 61 last season. The team is still as good as it was last season. Mm-hmm. Let's say they drop a few games in here to 1 game to Oklahoma City, 1 game to Houston, whatever. Maybe another game to Golden State. It's still over 54.5. Kawhi Leonard's a great player. I'm excited to see some of the young guys they flashed in the postseason last year. Especially DeJounte Murray.
DeJounte Murray, yeah. Hey, don't forget they got Rudy Gay. He is coming off an injury.
Rudy Gay.
But he can buy into the system. He'll be a great player for Pop for sure.
I agree. And Gay is one of those players who always had talent. Mm-hmm. But you put him in Toronto. You put him in Memphis. You put him in Sacramento.
Seems like every team that he left got better when he left.
Yeah, but they weren't winning situations when he showed up. Yeah. Now, obviously, they were when he left. So maybe he's the problem. But he's already coming into the winning situation. Yeah. Maybe he can buy in, like you said, to the Popovich system. It'll be a pretty good scoring option off the bench or whatever. Like
under Pop's guidance. All right, that seems to do it. That was the last team on the list.
Seems to it. So this kind of kicks off our NBA preview. Even though we've already talked about it, like our form, kind of previewing the things. Let the fans know what we got coming up.
We got coming up who's gonna win MVP, our opinion for Rookie of the Year, and much, much more. So stay tuned. More NBA coming from your boys for sure.
These are the boys from the bleachers. This was Voice from the Bleachers. Yeah. Tell your friends, tell your family, like, share, subscribe, and we will see you next time. Thank you.
All right, see you.